Good morning, everybody. I am Abhinav Kumar, a research scholar at Department of Technology Management at TIT Pune, India. In the next 5 minutes or so, I'll be presenting a presentation on a comparative study of various recruitment methods, a special reference to lateral recruitment of defense officers. This paper is co-authored by Dr. Sumati Siddharth, who is an assistant professor and head of department at Technology Management at DIT Pune, India. I will be covering my presentation under the following heads, starting with the introduction, the objective of the study, the scope of the study, the methodologies followed, the type of recruitment in detail, but in particular the lateral recruitment, the data analysis, and I'll be concluding my presentation with conclusion. Starting with the introduction, armed forces are known for their expertise, bravery, and heroism. They form a large chunk of manpower and they are a very organized sector wherein they have a lot of trained manpower who retire every year. They form one of the largest source of trained human resource. Retiring their people young is one of the prerequisites for the armed forces as they are bound to maintain a young profile of officers at the Indian Armed Forces. Every year, as per the data, Indian Armed Forces retire around 3,000 officers who are uh, well trained and they look out for jobs in other sectors of the economy. Training is one of the important parts of human resource management, and these are the trained manpower who are available for any organization to take in and employ them at their end. Mostly organizations at mid and higher level they need managers with vast multidisciplinary experience and a balanced and decisive mind. Armed forces officers expertise in different fields and they have a lot to offer to the new organization in their post career. The current objective of the study is to study the different traditional internal and external recruitment processes, including the lateral recruitment, to study the various attributes of defense officers for lateral absorption at mid and higher level. The scope of my presentation and my study would be limited to Indian Armed Forces officers. The methodologies followed by me is as displayed. The data is collected through a survey method, interviews and questionnaire from 125 respondents. The respondents are retired service officers. Random stratified sampling was used where the respondents belong to different ranks and different cadres. The data collected is based on Likert scale, wherein the different attributes were distributed to the respondents through a well-framed questionnaire. Now coming to the type of recruitment, broadly as we know, the recruitment is divided into the following broad categories. One is the internal recruitment, another is the external recruitment. As the name suggests, internal recruitment consists of hiring people from the same organization. It might be through promotions or through cross-functional department change, wherein based on the job profile and the job requirements, the HR manager of the company recruits people from the same organization who have experience and they have been working in the company for a longer time. Another recruitment process is the external recruitment, wherein people are employed or hired from outside agencies and outside organizations. They may be hired at different levels from the starting from the lower level to mid-career and to the higher levels. In this place, this is the place where the armed forces is an excellent source of skilled manpower, and they offer skilled manpower from right across the board. Now coming to lateral recruitment, it's from an organization perspective translated into talent acquisition, usually at the incumbent existing level in the span of operations. It forms a sub-part or subset of external recruitment, wherein people are recruited with the same set of competencies as required in an organization and parallelly with very little of training from any other organization. Now coming to Indian Armed Forces officers, as is the uh, sole focus of this research, the attributes of its defense officers which fit into lateral recruitment are as follows. They are cross-functional soft skills. They are good in technical training. They have good leadership qualities which is known to the world. They have valuable attitudes which is an asset to any new organization. They are highly effective employees, and even their recruitment is good for business and society as in broad case. Based on the feedback and results gathered through the study, through questionnaires and interview sessions, following results were concluded, which are presented in the paper. The results as shown in point form are as follows. Women officers form a relatively small section of the retired armed forces officers, and as per the data collected, they form around 8% of the total sample size retiring every year. Defense officers retire very young, belong to the age of 30 to 50 years of age, which is 92% of the respondent has responded, and have an ample working age left to contribute to the next organization. As you know, the defense officers retire people with a very young age in order to maintain the profile of the armed forces. Same, the loss of any one organization, that is armed forces, is a gain for other organization, wherein these people can be employed and can contribute to the next organization. Another result obtained from the study was the major portion of the officers are from the core arms of the forces or their engineers who have operated various equipments and handled manpower, and thus are good at techno-managerial skills. Another point to be noted here is that most of the people who retire from the armed forces as an officer, nearly 16% of them they join the government sectors, and 84% of them they have joined the private sectors, as per the sample study respondents in my study. Coming to the attributes, as was discussed earlier, based on the Likert scale, we have gathered the attributes from these different officers where they are good at and in their post career. The attributes having agreement percent of more than 60%, wherein they have agreed or strongly agreed, are as follows. They are excellent leadership qualities. They have respect for procedures and rules. They are multidisciplined and multitasking. They are suited for different jobs apart from security, HR, and administrative. They have good techno-managerial capabilities. Now coming to the next few attributes wherein the respondents have responded in affirmative with 50 to 60% agreement. The attributes are as follows. They understand, the defense officers understand workplace diversity, their intrinsic understanding of loyalty, they are highly adaptable and quick learners, they are best for supervisory roles, and they can be long-term resources to any new organization. Now with this, I would like to conclude by saying that defense officers are also trained to lead by example as well as by giving orders, delegating work, inspiring their team, and motivating others. It has been shown time and again that people are capable of learning new abilities and ideas and shifting to the new organization. Those who used to be a part of armed forces know that true collaboration comes from caring for one's teammate, which is an attribute inculcated in the defense officers. These people have the ability to achieve the objective on time. They know how much stress they are capable of handling, and as per that, they can uh, shift or suit their working conditions. The ex-military persons are well trained in health and safety practices. So, from this, we can conclude that the later recruitment of these officers offers a prospective improvement in human resource of any organization. And this was my area of study. With this, I would like to conclude. Thank you.